In this example, we're going to write the equation for the line that passes through the coordinate pair 4, -3, and has a slope of 3/8. So the first thing we're going to take note of is the question's asking us to write an equation. And when you're writing an equation, that means we need to write something in the form y equals mx plus b. The two numbers that we need for this equation are the slope and the intercept. So we've got to figure out what the m and the b are. Looking back at the problem, we've got a slope, so there's no problem there. We need to see if we have an intercept. This point they gave us is not an intercept because the x is not 0, so the y can't be b. But if we write down what we have, we can see that while we don't have b, we do have an x, we have a y, and we have an m. So I can put these three numbers in my y equals mx plus b formula and just solve for b. So let's write those in. -3 equals 3/8 times 4 and then plus b. If we zero in on the equal sign, we're going to notice that the right side is a little heavy and we should multiply first. We'll multiply the fraction times 4. I've got a little scratch pad here for 3/8 times 4 if you would like to see how to do that by hand. Otherwise you can use a calculator and find that 3/8 times 4 is 3/2. Bring down the rest of the equation, and the right side is still looking a little heavy. We have to move the 3/2 by subtracting it. Subtract on both sides. Mark it out on that right hand side so we don't come back and use that. On the left, we'd like to add those two negatives together because they're the same sign. So again, I'm going to bring a little scratch pad out. This is how I would add it by hand. If you type it in a calculator and you add these together, you should get -9/2. Bring down the b, and now notice we actually have a b now. We have a slope and an intercept, and all we have to do is write the equation. Y equals 3/8 x minus 9/2.